What is up, folks? Small from OneHive Genesis, back with another brand new video, and actually the first how-to that I'm going to do on the channel. As you can probably tell by the thumbnail, this strategy is a golem jump attack, so I'll be back in just a few seconds with the replays. Okay, I'm back, and the first replay I'm going to show you is actually an attack done by myself. As you can see in the army comp down the bottom here, I've got an archer, 11 wall breakers, 1 loon, which you'll see the reason I've got that in a minute, 18 wizards, 4 golems, 1 golem in the CC, king, queen, 4 jumps, 2 poisons, and that's a kind of standard army comp. You won't even see people taking the loon sometimes. It's purely just golems, wizards, wall breakers. But the reason I took the loon, you'll see in a minute, is actually to help me with my funnel. But the general premise of this attack is you can see you take a base where there's a clear kind of dead zone, a clear path for your troops around the base. They're not going to get distracted. They're not going to go anywhere else. You've just kind of got this rolling kind of convoy, armoured convoy, just cruising across the base. Taking out, the golems are obviously meant to tank, take out any bombs, the wizards coming up behind, just clearing out trash, clearing out defences, clearing out whatever they need to with the help of the heroes. And this strategy does work particularly well on bases such as this. So let's go ahead and watch it. Okay, so I'll begin with the loon, and the loon is purely to take out the mortar so that I can easily get my funnel created with the wizards and get my heroes going where I want them to go. You'll see in a minute. First gun goes down. I didn't want him to stay on the wall up the top there, but he ends up targeting at the mortar, so I put another one in. He targets the right place. Knew the CC was going to be lured out early, but I've got the poison down there, and you can see if we just pause, the poison has gone down on the CC and the queen. At this point, a golem's already been destroyed by that P.E.K.K.A, but I wasn't particularly worried. And the good thing about this strategy is that no matter what is in the clan castle, you can easily deal with it, no matter what is there. So any possible clan castle, you should be able to deal with perfectly fine. So I do have 2 golems down here at the start. I'm going to put another one in shortly and go with 3 in the initial push here. But as you can see, the queen and the wizards are going to take down that P.E.K.K.A. Queen is poisoned, so her DPS is slowed. I'm going to wall break them in here. First golem goes in, then a third one comes out of my camps there. So I've only got 2 golems up at this point. It's all I really need. You can see that wizard there. It's important the mortar went down so that this wizard didn't get taken out. But he does an important job because any second now my king is going to come in. There you go, it looks like he's going outside, but he comes back in and the first jump is down. Few wizards get targeted, but they're going to get back on track as soon as this sweeper goes down. They do, the golems come across. King does get targeted, but so I have to use the ability probably earlier than I would have wanted to. But that all succeeds in there. That jump spell was a bit misplaced because I actually wanted to go across there, but my kill squad wasn't doing so well, so I just adjusted it slightly. The queen does get targeted, but you can see at this point, if I just pause here, my heroes are very low health. I hadn't really envisaged this happening. My other golem, my kind of 4th golem, is coming in from the side here. As you can see, I'm about to wall break him in with a couple of wizards for backup. All the time I'm putting wizards around the edge to kind of keep the bulk of the army inside the walls and moving around the base. So if we continue here, this part does come a bit slower than I would have wanted. I probably should have pushed that golem in quicker. And you can see they do end up kind of circling outside the base here, but I do manage to save it with another jump. Any minute now, it comes down, and all the golems end up going just where I want. The king is outside the base, but fortunately he's still being tanked for, and at the bottom here, my next golem comes in with more wizards to take out the trash, funnel the king in, and wall break in on the end there. So my queen is still coming through strong, taking out defences while the golems tank. Wizards coming around the edge here. Last jump spell went down. Ideally, again, I wanted to save that for the last compartment, but I didn't really need it in the end, because this is just a kind of tidal wave of destruction. The kings are obviously very low health, but I've still got 3 golems up. Bear in mind, I started across all the way over here with 1 golem already taken out. And there goes the DGB. The king does fall, but I've still got 3 wizards in the bag, which I'm going to kind of deploy as I move along. The golems are tanking for every defense on the end there, apart from that wizard tower, but I've got enough wizard power to take it down. Cheeky wizard on the back end there just to speed things up. But it has successfully worked here. The golems end up bashing through the wall. I don't know why I put that poison down. I thought there might be skeletons or something, but there you go. That is the 3-star. And obviously it didn't go quite as well as I would have wanted, but again it worked out even with several mistakes in there. So I think that attests to the power of attack, of the attack. Anyway, I'll be back with another replay in just a second. Okay guys, back with a second attack. And obviously the first one was on a kind of lower level Town Hall 9 base with myself having kind of mid-teen heroes. But this is a kind of maxed out base, 68, 69k in weight. And you can see exactly the same comp pretty much, apart from obviously no loon. 2 extra wizards in there, but more or less the same. And looking at the base, you can see again, it's another dead zone base with a kind of clear path around the base, easy to drop golems in there at each stage, so perfect for this kind of attack. Let's see it again underway. Okay, so turtle power actually starts away from the queen. Normally on this attack we come straight to the queen, deal with that early on, deal with the CC early on, but on this one it doesn't happen. So you see he's going to break his first three golems in with the queen, got some wizards funneling. As soon as that funnel is created and he knows where his troops are going to go, his king comes in nice and late. The clan castle is lured, and again it's a P.E.K.K.A, which you do see with these offset clan castles. You expect kind of P.E.K.K.A golem, but the P.E.K.K.A is swiftly dealt with. It locks onto a golem, but nicely double poisoned there. Going to slow any DPS that the P.E.K.K.A might give out. So the heroes are coming along nicely. Moving into this compartment when the next golem comes down, starts tanking straight away. Again, lots of wizards in behind to kind of get everything moving along nicely. Does get that wall open again, pops the king ability, but he's got his queen still full health. When the next jump comes down, king does go outside the base, as you saw on my attack, but he swiftly moves back in here. Locks onto that gold storage. You can see bombs getting triggered everywhere. I think that's the 3rd one to go there. And then the 4th golem comes down on the outside mortar. Again, wizards spread behind. And any second now, Turtle Power's going to break the last golem in with his the remainder of his wall breakers. And they get that junction open, which is rather nice. Moving into the last section, still got 3 wizards in the bag, still got plenty of troops up, queen still full health, 3 golems still up. That last jump to send them into the last compartment with the queen. Queen is obviously still up, but that's not going to be an issue. He's got plenty of wizards behind that are going to take her out, and the queen. She hasn't even used her ability yet. Still got 3 wizards in the bag. Like I said, these golems are going to tank absolutely everything. He's still got plenty of time left on the clock. I think this was a kind of 2-minute 30 attack. And he's going to use his queen ability any moment now, I believe, just to speed everything along. But as you can see, it's utter carnage. The tidal wave of destruction, the golem avalanche, again, in full effect here. And on a high level base. So it works for pretty much any base level with this kind of layout. Perfect 3-star by Turtle Power. Okay guys, I'll be back with one more replay to show you in just a few seconds. Okay, let's take a look at the last attack I'm going to show you. Obviously this isn't actually a dead zone base, but the same principles do ring true for this one, and that it's easy to path your golems. There's no kind of strange routes they're going to take. It's obvious how they're going to path when you get a jump spell down in the area you want them to go. So as you can see, the army comp is pretty much the same as the previous 2 attacks. The only thing that has changed is that Rage Spell instead of a jump, and that's purely because 007 only needs 3 jumps for this particular base layout. On the standard kind of dead zones, you will need 4, but not on this one. And the Rage Spell is actually quite a nice addition, because I believe there's some kind of golem, something with high hit points in the clan castle there, so it allows 007's heroes to get through that quicker, get through the town hall quicker, just get everything into that central compartment quicker. And he also takes the max quake in the CC because he's aware of this. He knows he doesn't need that extra poison. So those are the only kind of 2 changes we see here. But the general premise of the attack, the general flow is exactly the same. But yeah, you can switch it up. So let's go ahead and watch it. Okay, so 007 begins again with 3 golems. He's coming at the kind of 9 o'clock side of this base here. He's got a nice wide funnel with his wizards, making sure his heroes go into the base, go exactly where he wants them to. Nice late drop on the king, so he's going to go straight in there. Wizards on the flanks. You can see here is the golem does come out of the clan castle, but he's going to chuck down the first jump. Move his heroes along nicely. You'll notice he doesn't connect the expo compartment, but the queen is going to be able to shoot over the wall quite nicely there. He does slow the enemy AQ's DPS down, which is very important for this. Allows those golems to stay alive a bit longer. The king falls, still got both heroes up. Like we said, wizards around the outside while the golems are tanking, and 2 more actually come in from 3 o'clock here. Again, with wizards backing them up. Exactly the same thing we've seen over the last 2 attacks. The Tesla farm does pop in there, but the golems are all going to make their way up to the top here. You can see that jump spell is going to let them not only into the central compartment there, but also allow them to get into that Tesla farm the other golems haven't quite reached yet. And he's still got, I think, 4, maybe 3. Yeah, 3 golems up at this point, kind of very similar to what we've seen in the previous attacks for this stage of the raid. And he's got 1 more jump that he will chuck down. His king did fall, I believe, unless he's somewhere around. No, he did fall in there, that's right. But he's still got 2 wizards in the bag. Wizards coming around the top here. He's got nice kind of cluster defences up here, which the golems are going to kind of draw themselves into nicely. Queen still with the ability. I don't think he even uses the queen ability. Oh no, just as I say that, he does pop it. But there you go. That is another excellent exhibition of this attack. And I think that kind of highlights its power. Three raids there. The first 2 I showed you were fresh raids. This one was a clean up, but it was just decided, this strat's been working for us. Let's go for it. These obviously all attacks in the same war. So I hope this strategy guide does help you guys. When you see those dead zone bases, those easily path bases, this attack kills. Alright, that's all for now, folks. This has been Smorg. Over and out.